This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hi everybody, on Rob's Tabletop World, it's Jonna from One Pip Wonder, and today I have a little list to share with you of my favorite defensive style games. If you watch my channel at all, you may have gathered I'm not a big war gamer. I know, I kind of the oddball out. But I do enjoy a good defensive style game. A game where you have to fight off the onslaught. So I have 5 games in mind that I'd like to share with you. Most of them are co-op games. I think that's because collaborative games kind of lend to the style of play where you all work together to fight off the big bad thing that's coming your way that the game is just going to keep dishing out at you. So not all of them are collaborative, but most of them are. Not all collaborative games are defensive either, so I still think it's a interesting list to put together. Alright, the first game I'd like to share with you is The Expedition. This is a new game to me. I recently started playing on my own. It is a co-op game, but it also has an excellent solo variant. It's a game where you're traveling through the Amazon and trying to get to the lost city of El Dorado. You have 3 explorers, and the goal of the game is to get there with one of them still alive. That sounds easy, but you are being dealt a constant... That's bad. Hookworm! That's awful!
I should be recording your reactions to the cards.
Bugs and disease and animal attacks and dehydration and all sorts of terrible things. Every single card you play is going to have something you're going to have to deal with. I haven't won yet. My husband's been playing it for a long time. He wins on occasion. It is a difficult game, but it's very fun, very engaging, and it keeps you wanting to come back for more because it is simple setup. There isn't a whole lot to deal with, so you can just go boom, 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 and keep at it, and eventually you might get to the city. I also really enjoy the oversized cards in this game, and the overall production of the Expedition is just top-notch. It's a delight to play, even if it makes you feel like you're just doomed from the beginning. My number 2 game I wanted to share with you is, I forget, not a collaborative game, it's a toe-to-toe 2-player. It's called Star Realms. It's a card game where you each are drawing cards and you're building a mighty deck. And it is like sci-fi, space themed. You're attacking your opponent and they are constantly attacking you. You have to set up outposts and shields to protect yourself and just try to cause as much damage as you can without going down yourself. So it very much has that like battling defensive feel throughout the entire game. So it's an excellent game, tremendous 2-player, I highly recommend, and it does achieve that defensive feel as you play. The third game I wanted to share is Pandemic. Now, if you have been in the board gaming hobby for any time, you've probably heard of this game and most likely played it too. It is a tremendous co-op game, and you are, as a group, fighting off, battling the pandemic that is spreading across the world. And you have a deck that you're going through, and it escalates and bad things happen as you try to keep the virus from spreading, jumping from nation to nation. So again, it just, you're just in the battle, in the midst of it, and it builds to a very intense climax. So definitely Pandemic achieves that defensive feel. You really have to fight off that virus together to get through it. So my number 2 for defensive games is Xenoshift Onslaught, or as I saw someone mention in comments one time, Xenoshift Slaughter, because that's kind of what happens. So it's a card game, a deck builder based off of the movie Starship Troopers. So they're giant, they're alien, they're seriously, and they just cut through your troops like butter. It is the most brutal game I've ever played, but it is just a card game. It's a deck builder, so it goes quickly, which makes it enjoyable to play, even though you just get like destroyed every single time. I've played it like probably 8 times with my husband at a 2-player game. Never won, never ever once. My husband played it a couple times solo. I think he won once by the skin of his teeth. It is just, like I said, it is brutal, but it is fun. It makes you want to come back for more. It makes you want to try a little harder. The problem is they just escalate. They start out super hard and they get harder and harder and harder. As far as a defensive game, it is like one of the best, and it is fun. I'm a fan of the crazy sci-fi wacky movies, so definitely fits in that theme. Yeah, Xenoshift, Onslaught. If you're looking for something that's really difficult, go for it, because you will, yeah. And I saved the best for last for this little list. My favorite defensive game is Spirit Island. It's just the best. It's a game where you are playing as these like spiritual entities that are guarding this beautiful island, and there are invaders coming in to colonize your island. And you are working together with the other spirits to cause damage, cause fear, and get these guys off your island. But the thing is, as spirits, you start off weak. And it's not until about halfway through the game that you really built your deck of cards and you've kind of opened up your spirit. You have more energy to work with and more cards to play at that point, that you can really kind of dig in and beat them back. So you really have to hold it together, and you are on the defensive for most of the game. The colonists, they start out strong. They just go and go and go, and they don't stop. So you really have to hold it together and build each other up through this game. And the spirits are all different, and they all have special abilities that work with one another in different ways. So well put together, so well designed. And so it's just a joy to see how these different spirits that you can play work together. And I mean, this game, just, you can replay it so many times. There's different level difficulties, there's different invader nationalities that do things differently. Like you could just, and we play it over and over and over again. And I mean, there are levels where you just win a little too easily, but you just like change the level a little bit, change maybe your enemy nationality, and boom, you're back to square one trying to figure out how to beat these guys back. Just a tremendous game, and it really achieves that we are in it together against these bad guys. So that's why Spirit Island is my pick for my #1 defensive game on this little list. Yeah, and that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this list. What are some of your favorite defensive games? I'd love to hear what you guys are playing. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you like this video, really liked it, you should check out my YouTube channel and see all my other videos. And you know, if you're up for it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button over there, and you'll see all of my other ones in the future. Thanks again for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Oh yeah, if I have that, I can go a little further. Then she's dead. I died.
The end of the game, and you could get this from Miniature Market, right, Grandpa?
You can get this from Miniature Market. That's right.
Yeah, everything you need. Bye.